Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Starlight Distillery. This is their bourbon whiskey finished in rum barrels, coming in at 51.5% ABV, at least 4.5 years old. So Starlight Distillery, based here in Indiana, they're doing some really great things in the craft whiskey world. They're really making a name specifically in their finishing. Now, I've had a really good time experience, I would say, overall, with a lot of their finishes. Some of them not quite for me personally, but I've been very much on the fence about picking this one up. So essentially what happens here is they take their bourbon whiskey, which is a blend of their 3-grain bourbon and their 4-grain bourbon, bring them together, and then finish them in rum barrels. Now, I've been very hit and miss on bourbons finished in rum barrels. I'm a big fan of rye finished in rum barrel, but I seen this on the shelf here in Indiana for a stupid good price comparatively to a lot of others that I've seen, so I couldn't pass it up. Again, I'm really kind of interested. I wish we knew a finishing time on these, but I guess I won't be too picky. So let's hop into the bottle itself, see how things go. I do love these bottle shapes. It allows the spirit to really kind of shine through. They got their Starlight star in the bottom here. Pretty cool looking. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. There we go. If you're interested in some other reviews over Starlight Distillery that I've done, links to those videos will be up above and down below. I love unique finishes when it comes to things, and Starlight's done quite a few. The two that I'm really kind of hunting for is the triple sec barrel finished and the champagne barrel finish, because those just sound super unique. A beautiful light golden color. Yeah. Alrighty, let's go for notes. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. That is sweet, inviting. You definitely get that rum barrel influence on here. It's got this kind of I'm going to say like passion fruit and mango kind of sweet layers going on. That is nice. You get a corn sweetness in there as well from the bourbon. Nice charriness from the barrel. A little bit of vanilla and caramel. Also a little bit of butterscotch as well. But you're getting a little bit of like a dark sugar note going on in here. And you get that undertone of a fruit tropical sweetness. It's teetering close to also adding in a bit of raisin or a darker fruit note. Just a little bit in there, maybe golden raisin. A little bit of rice spiciness in here. Yeah, that is a great nose. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes on that side of things. But I love the light bit of barrel influence that rum has given it on the nose. For me, I either like one of two ways. I either want that rum barrel to commingle with that bourbon and give it a cohesive balance, or I want it to take over. Don't go in the middle. I don't want this, well, it kind of comes through, but it kind of doesn't. I want that to take over or complement. Let's find out on the taste on which way this one goes. Yeah, you know what? That complements. Beautiful. You get that kind of sweet corn grilled note going on over here, a little dustiness, the rice spiciness, a little bit of black peppercorn going on. But then the rum barrel finish is kind of encapsulating everything, bringing across that kind of sugary sweet note, bit of fruitiness in there as well. Almost like a cedar note going on too. Interesting. It's not overly, but it complements. It's nice and light in there, but that undertone of those kind of sweet tropical fruits goes a long way and has a great finish to things. It just kind of rides off slowly, leaving you with a little bit of a waxy fruit note, kind of teetering close to like that dark plummy note. But yeah, it's really solid. Second sip here, finding more of that sweetness. It's got a little bit of almost like a tobacco note, but you're getting a lot of that kind of subtle tropical sweetness in here. Maybe a little bit of coconut or like toasted coconut notes. This might be one of my favorite finishes from them. I was a big fan of their bourbon in the Amberana barrel because it was totally unique. This is unique as well, and I'm digging it. It's just got that underlayer molasses sweet notes going on, brown sugars, a bit of caramel, kind of teetering close to that butterscotchy note on the taste. That light bit of rice spiciness in here accents that rum barrel finish, bringing across that kind of herbal, but more like rice grain note going in there. That is really darn good. Yeah. This is, if you're a bourbon lover and you're like, I don't care for rum barrel finish, it brings across too much sweet, this is a bottle for you because it brings across just enough sweet characteristics. It doesn't go too deep into that, and again, I appreciate that, but that complements a good solid bourbon because you are getting a little bit of the spicy, waxy notes from the wheat, that grain spiciness from the rye, the dusty sweet corn notes are in there as well. Yeah. And the finish here is really where that rum barrel shines. Just a nice, soft, sweet fruit note going in there. A little bit of that charriness, a little drying on the palate, but not bad at all. And it is just a really prime example of a bourbon. This might be my favorite bourbon finished in a rum barrel. And again, I'm a big rye and rum. Like, those two complement each other beautifully. This, right up there with the pours. Wow. Still no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. And as you kind of do like I'm going to call it the Kentucky chew on it, you're finding more and more that sweet undertones from that barrel finish. That's good. I like that a lot. Alrighty. Let's talk about a grade for this one. Well, to be honest, this is not a cheaper bottle. A lot of their finishes tend to go a little bit high. Typical pricing on this is like 80s, like 80 to 85 to 87. Usually sub $90. I picked it up for $66. I found it on a very good price. And to be honest, I'm very torn. I want to say B-. Just because I think it's a really good example of a craft distillery doing something fun. On top of that, the price is what's really making that go higher for me. And I don't think it's quite worth the $90. And heck, again, I obviously didn't think it was worth the $80-ish. For 66, yeah, B-. If you end up picking this up at a higher price point, hopefully you enjoy it as well. I'd recommend getting a pour of this from a friend if you can before going out and buying your own, especially at those higher price points. I love the finish on there. It complements that bourbon to a T and really just goes to showcase that craft distillers can do amazing things when you just let them do what they want to do. Very happy with this release. Again, if you can find it at that right price point, snag it. I'd recommend it. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Starlight Distillery bourbon whiskey finished in rum barrels. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I even like it might